What is going on, everybody? Hello. And I apologize for like the little overlay issue here. I'm still trying to figure this whole thing out. Okay. We'll make do with what you got. Tank top time, yeah. Who's long right now, or who took longs today on indices? I'm still long right now on NQ. Like, I'm still long. And I longed the wrong asset. But I've been long on NQ since this M5 inverse fair value gap. All the way down here. I've been long since that. I have been holding this forever, targeting PPI data highs and then eventually all-time highs. I'm literally long until the highs at 24.44. And then if we can get to all-time highs after, maybe. But like, I legitimately chose the wrong asset to long today. The wrong one. I closed my stream with my Discord at 10:30 so that I could go on a walk so I don't have to watch price here. Like, when there's a situation, if you are feeling like uneasy or like anxious on price, but like you've already taken the trade, that's like legitimately the sign or the call for you to set your alerts at your TP and your stop loss, set and forget the position. And that's exactly what I wanted to do or did. But here we are now. So, yeah. I'm long from 23,967 and want price to go to 24.44.5. I want that. I'm going to try and see. Honestly, bro.
Yo.
Afiz, I might not. You could be. Can you guys hear him? Can you guys
hear
him?
You guys hear me?
Afiz?
Hello?
I'm looking at the chat right now.
Oh, okay. I can't see that. I'm going to join the chat, see if I can see it. Oh, I got to connect my YouTube to do that.
Okay, yeah, you guys can hear him. Do you guys know who Afiz is? FY or AFYZ?
I'm underrated, bro. Criminally.
No, they do.
Oh, let's go. Let's go. What'd you guys take today? Anyone take YM longs with me? I'm in, guys, you want to know where I'm in YM long from? 45,733. I'm holding to all-time highs.
I'm so mad that I chose NQ over
YM. Yeah, it's all good. This morning on stream, I was very close to taking NQ as well, to be honest, because it looked so good and so obvious, but YM just started ripping. No way. Yo, let me. Can I share my screen?
I don't even want to attempt.
You don't want to get mogged.
I don't want to. No. I want you to show them. But wait, why did you choose YM? I'll walk it through.
Okay, so if you go to the hourly chart.
Okay.
Let me just full screen your shit. Okay. So we had a 4-hour protected low, right? Formed with the CPI candle. So we came into that 4-hour low, which is essentially the daily open. And that's a 2-stage. I don't know how much you guys know and use like divergences, but we had a 2-stage divergence, right? So the first stage divergence is that 4-hour SMT you're seeing. And then if you go down to the hourly chart, you're going to see that second stage divergence. Okay.
This is that first stage. And then
yeah. So there's a 2-stage from yesterday, which is SMT. Now we're going to profile the daily candle with just that 4-hour wick you're seeing. So if you zoom into that 4-hour wick, you're going to see our 2-stage divergence. So yeah, draw out that box, go down to the 1-hour chart. In here, you're going to see that the 7 a.m. candle is something Matt's probably talked to you about, is a precision swing point, right? Mm-hmm. So that means that ES and NASDAQ put in up close candles and the YM puts in a down close candle. All this is a form of divergence in the market. So we're looking to play off of that level. As CPI sweeps that and then closes back above, we now have that two-stage crack, right? Matt showing you here with the SMT. So now I'm looking to trade long, and I'm looking to trade long on NASDAQ as well, actually. So everyone and their mom was probably bullish on NAS because it has the obvious failure swings. So all I needed was a new fractal to get involved, like a forever model kind of fractal like Matt would use, but I just use ERL swings instead. So I go to the 30-minute chart, right? Look what happens on the open. So first thing, you're going to notice about that 9 a.m. candle. What do you notice? It's very similar to the hourly candle. It's another PSP. So this here is called a strength switch PSP. It just means the weakest asset, in this case, which is YM, which is the lagging asset, is going to become stronger. Now, we don't know that's going to happen. All we do is we mark out the low of that 30-minute candle. And we just say, in order to get long, I need some sort of fractal, right? If you guys trade like that. But all you really need is a new swing formation. As you can see, if you go down to like a 3-minute chart now, once we sweep out that low, it's really obvious why I take YM once you see what happens at 9:30, right? Just look at the 9:30 candle. So once we sweep out that low and we have that PSP level being engaged, we have, again, another two-stage crack in correlation right there on that 3-minute chart. You'll be able to see it. So everything is fractal. All the concepts we use are the exact same. And then you can see just how strong YM is, right? I just took a market close of that 3-minute candle, guys. Simple as that.
This one here? Oh,
Yeah.
so you market bought in at literally 9:30, right?
Yeah, put my stop at the low and targeted all the failure swings in the daily chart. So I took off most of mine at 4833, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But like today was one of those days where before 9:30, it was pretty obvious you wanted to long NASDAQ, obviously. But then after, like NASDAQ just started shitting the bed. Like you can see it just started chopping around and bullshitting. So, Yup. But I think NASDAQ hits your draw right now, dude, to be fair. Because you're seeing that.
I want YM to slow down and I want NASDAQ to fucking pick up.
Yeah, it will. It will actually. So what we should see here in order for that to happen is YM's going to retrace. So if you go to a 30-minute chart, you're going to see we're going to retrace and take out this previous 30-minute low, very likely on YM. That will be the trigger for the assets to resync again and expand. So realistically, NASDAQ should take out the high.
I hope so. No, it will. It will. What am I saying?
Did you take a first entry or did you just, that was your one entry on the day?
Yeah. I took a long last night.
On NAS? Oh shit.
On NAS.
That's good. Okay, yeah.
I took a long last night on NQ.
You didn't have to worry about down here. Yeah, you didn't have to worry about any of this. Did you just get stopped out or?
No. I have my stop at the low.
Yeah, you're chilling. Yeah, I think you'll see by the end of the day, like all assets will take out their highs. I'm interested to see if YM runs out its all-time high. That's like pretty far away still, actually, but that's where I'm holding my runner to.
I mean, you're break even all the way down here.
I'm actually trailed to.
Oh wait, what am I saying? You have to trail.
Yeah, 45972 is where I'm trailed. I'm gonna give it some room to breathe into that 30-minute gap, but it's just 1 micro, dude. I took off like everything else.
Yeah, the size.
Yeah, I took off the size actually. I took off my 5 minis.
I was literally watching NQ, like literally do nothing, and then I'm just looking to my right, and I'm just biting. I'm literally biting my fingers.
I mean, to be honest, the NQ delivery this morning was pretty terrible. So if anyone lost, like almost everyone I know who traded NASDAQ this morning lost because the delivery was trash, right? So can't do much about it.
Yeah, it was literally like one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Yeah, and it's also kind of hard to predict that, and it's even harder to like do anything once you're in the trade, right? So just gotta live with it.
Yeah, that was miserable. Did anybody else take YM, or did you guys all take either ES or NQ? I promise you prefer currencies. You will make. I guarantee you will make that switch.
Yeah, the currency pairs and just like the forex market as a whole is just way less liquid, guys. So while the indices can offer you a trade pretty much every day, most forex pairs might offer you a good setup like once or twice a week, probably just once a week, to be honest. Yeah, I think once you make that switch over to indices, you'll probably never go back. I don't know anyone who still trades forex like as regularly as they trade indices, to be honest.
Literally.
It's also there's no such thing as like spread slippage, right? It's just like really transactable markets.
Exactly.
All my homies hate YM too, bro. Trust me. I'm like, when I stream in my Discord and I trade YM, my community's like, that's a great idea. I'm gonna take that same idea on NASDAQ. So yeah, everyone's like, yeah, we'll just do the same thing on NASDAQ. But I don't know. YM sleeper, guys. There's a lot of opportunity because it is fundamentally just less liquid. So it moves a little bit like crazy sometimes, right? You'll notice
But when it moves, it moves.
when it moves because it's less liquid. So how do we trade them when we're at an all-time high? Trading all-time highs, you have to look at asset correlation a lot. Without getting too complex, you just have to see if price on the leading asset is not reversing at its all-time high, then you can assume that the other assets are going to catch up to it, right? So look at ES, it's a great example. ES did not reverse above all-time highs. YM and NASDAQ are lagging. Therefore, you look for continuation signatures above the all-time high. And there's some signatures you can use with price. They're called triggers that form expansions on the lagging assets. But yeah, generally speaking, you don't want to trade away from all-time highs until all three assets show you that, right?
Yeah.
Clearly here, ES never reversed. And the minute you see that closure on ES above all-time high, you can pretty much, assume with a high degree of fidelity that the other assets are going to catch up. Like you shouldn't short.
Assume with, yeah.
Yeah, assume. Right? And if they do reverse, then damn, like that's part of trading, right? Like yesterday, I don't know if you guys lost. I lost yesterday for sure. I was longing on NASDAQ yesterday and I got cooked.
Yeah, no, I think everybody here saw my loss yesterday on.
Yeah, dude, we just got cooked yesterday. We reversed off nothing. So today, when price like eventually traded higher, like it is right now on NASDAQ, that's like the obvious thing that we expected. But reality is sometimes the market just just gives you a loss when you don't expect to take one, right?
Yeah, the delivery yesterday was absolutely atrocious because I tried longing within this after the drop down here, and then I got into something on the 5-minute from an inverse fair value gap, and then we left behind all of this.
Yeah, so you can see Matt's logic here of not shorting is the same logic that pretty much like you should have as well, right? If you're learning from him, it's just you're not going to short away from failure swings, right? He can clearly tell you he's one directional, and you should be able to see that as well, right?
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what the day does because price can manipulate on the day. But if you start to switch your bias like without a reason, that's when you're going to actually get cooked.
Yeah, that's facts.
Yup.
We better see PPI highs.
I highly doubt that we won't get an all-time high today on NAS. It would be.
I think that we will. I think we will.
And you're seeing exactly what you want to see right now with the strength switch. So YM is actually retracing while NASDAQ expands. So that's good. That's really good. Again, like markets are correlated because they move like this, right? If all markets move together perfectly, then there wouldn't be a correlation. They'd just be the same like market, right? Yeah. No markets move 1-to-1. So when you see one market retracing while another expanding, you won't. It's good. It's a really good signature for you, especially if the other one previously expanded.
I hope you guys are taking notes with this sort of stuff.
Yeah, a lot of this stuff is just like observation stuff too. You guys have probably seen like some days the market's just like go in completely different directions. Realistically, it can be kind of like confusing to trade those markets. And the reality is you don't have to trade them when they're like that, right? The past, I think since September, the PA has been like really, really decoupled. So you see different moves in the markets and it's hard. It's genuinely hard.
Really weird.
People who tell you otherwise are also just like completely capping. Like it's hard to trade this market.
Yeah. Like I'm not gonna lie. I've been seeking like 1 to 2 high probability setups a week. And I'm not gonna like also if today we take out all-time highs on NASDAQ, I won't be trading tomorrow.
Yeah. You can see like the way you keep yourself alive in these markets is really by just limiting your downside. Again, your winners take care of him. Look, Matt's going to win 2R today, right? That will be enough to carry him forward on a couple of haircut weeks where you lose like one trade or you take a break even, right? But the problem is when you keep pushing every single day and you're losing 1R and just your model's not presenting itself, that's how you actually get like chopped up. It's way better just to wait until, right, you have something that's clear.
Until everything aligns properly.
Mm-hmm.
And then you attack.
Yep. And you should put on good size on your A+ setups.
You should definitely put on good size.
Yeah. Do you still have FOMO? Absolutely. Yeah. Everybody has FOMO. Just you have to recognize that your edge is what you back tested and you have expectancy for. So fear of missing out really just comes down to not trusting that your edge is going to present itself frequently enough and or you're going to be able to execute on it. But yeah, the worst thing that can happen, guys, is you lose by breaking your rules, because once you do that, you go into this like state of mind where you don't really care about breaking all the rest of your rules. So it's very dangerous to trade outside of your trading plan. Yeah.
Yeah, that's literally the key to spiraling and tilting out of control.
And you can prove that to yourself pretty quickly. Like if I asked you, how many times have you guys just overtraded? Like just broken one rule? You're probably going to say like, no, I overtrade, oversize, right? Revenge trade, like trade a different asset, trade a different time frame. It's not ever just breaking one rule. It's usually breaking all of them on the same day. That's how you spiral, right? And it all starts with just breaking one of your rules though, right?
All right, let me fix this.
How do you deal with bloody greedy, bro? Like all you got to do is understand your edge very well. So like the model that you're learning here with Matt is like very, very easy to understand. He doesn't complicate it. And it's a great model. Like you're going to get expectancy out of this model. It'd be kind of foolish to think that you need to keep pushing when you have a model with great expectancy, right? You just need to become very disciplined in just trading the model, right? Seeing people like Matt live trade like he is right now for you should reinforce the fact that like you can actually build a model and then stick with it, even when you're in drawdowns, even when you're losing, right? The reality is most people won't show you themselves trading live because they're not just trading one model or they don't have the discipline to not overtrade. And that's kind of just the reality of the trading system like that we're in, like social media.
Unfortunately, it's the sickening truth.
Yeah. But like when you see stuff like this, guys, whether or not this is a winning trade or a losing trade, you're going to notice it looks the exact same every single time for him, right? You realize that. So that should give you confidence. It's like he wins the same way he loses, and he wins more than he loses, right? And he wins more R. There you go. That's profitability in a nutshell.
Yeah, literally the biggest takeaway here is that all of your trades are replicating from what Afiz said. Like legitimately, everything should be a copy and paste strategy based off of the previous execution. If all of your trades look different and differentiate to each other, then there's something going wrong in your edge. Like everything should replicate all the same things, all the same steps. And that's how you build confidence and consistency within the executions.
Yep. There's no enigma, guys. The enigma you're looking for is the like repeating the same things daily. I know it doesn't sound as fancy, and someone's going to sell you a different idea, obviously, because that is the space we're in, social media. But any real trader will tell you that the real enigma is just following your rules and having a simple model like that you can understand very well. Whether or not that's my model, Matt's model, or your own
and
model.
Bang.
There it is. That's sick, bro.
Bang, 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 bang.
Are you holding any for all-time high?
Of course I am. What do you think this is?
Yo, give me YM all-time high too. That'd be
Let's go.
Yo, if I hit YM all-time high, it's a 9R trade, bro.
That's actually insane. Cash money.
Let's go. W's in the chat. W's in the chat.
Oh my God, that's huge. Let's go, gang. Let's go. Oh, that was big. That was big.
Yeah, you guys are cooking. You guys are gonna get Nasdaq all time.
I had a bomb on that.
Did you take that on your Blue Guardian account?
I took that on everything. Literally everything.
Nice.
And Blue Guardian is now passed.
Let's go. Yeah, guys, you see, like it only takes one. So all this, like all the shit that we dealt with, sorry for my language, the past couple of days, right? Bad price action. You can see it just takes a few trades like this. And if you can keep yourself alive in the space, like in the game with your accounts, you're going to be fine. It's when you blow your account yesterday and you can't trade today, that's what hurts, right? You miss out on these moves.
Damn, let's go. Bang, boys.
Let's go.
I need to tell the Discord. All right. Cash. Cash. Now, hopefully we get the runner to all-time highs.
Yeah, I think you're chilling. Again, like what you want to do and you want to look up above this high now is if you get a reversal signature, right? On NASDAQ, you would now expect that the other assets would show you the same thing. If not, they're all going to continue higher.
Yeah. That was fuego.
That was fuego.
Let's go, yeah. Oh my God. That was a nuke on the funded next futures too.
Was it? Let's go, dude.
If you guys took those longs, good shit.
So now what you want to look for, right? If you're just like reading price, you shouldn't be trading right now, is you want to see that we've diverged at that like 30-minute high, for example, right? So a continuation signature is if YM continues to trade higher here, right? If not, price can trade back into the range, right? The same logic we just talked about like 5 minutes ago.
Mm-hmm.
Just the same thing on every time frame, right?
That is spice. Damn, that literally took so long to grip.
I know it really. I mean, that small range all morning though. It was leading up to it, bro.
Bro, I was just watching this.
Yeah,
And watching
you
this
knew it was gonna go eventually.
I knew it was gonna go eventually. I was confident in my stop loss. Like I was confident down here. I did at a point, if we lost this 5-minute inverse value gap, I had a scary feeling that we would have
Might run out those lows.
We would have ran this high, ran this low, then ran higher.
The nice thing is that the driver, right, at 8:30 forms a low, and then that inverse that you have marked out, that one that forms that low, is a very important fair value gap because the driver formed that low.
Yeah.
Like if it comes back through there, bro, it's just gonna take out the data low. So your stop loss there is trolling.
Yeah, that was a good map out.
What's his sizing? You can't ask a man that. You can't really ask a man that.
What's your size?
His size is enough. Stop pocket watching.
What kind of sizing are we talking about here?
It doesn't really, guys. That's not a good question, honestly. A better question is like about the trade or the TA. Eventually, you're gonna size up your trades, right? All of you guys are gonna start to add more size to your trades with more conviction. So it's more important to just like stack base hits with whatever size you're using, and then gain conviction and add size over time. How many centimeters, bro? Cons.
Damn, but GG's, guys. That was a good way to cap off the week for real.
It was, dude. You're not gonna trade tomorrow, are you?
No.
Yeah, you don't need to.
No, my week's over.
Yeah, Monday half size, Tuesday. You already know the vibes, bro.
Tuesday's day before PPI.
Connected to headphones, yeah. 1 second.
Giveaway will always be at the end of the stream.
Always. Yeah, you gotta stick around for the whole stream to get the giveaway. But
yes, they always are. Did the same thing yesterday, same thing today.
Can environment affect your trading? 100%, dude. Yep. I'm a pretty firm believer that you have to be in a space that's conducive to like positive mental habits. Yes. You get really stuck in like a routine somewhere. Yeah, for sure. Guys, realistically, like once you have edge, the most important thing about trading is just sticking to it. That's the hardest part. So anything that can affect that ability to like execute on your edge, that's going to be probably the most important thing you focus on. Stop trying to learn more concepts and like the next enigma. What Matt taught you here is more than enough. I promise you. You can learn everything you need to here. Then you need to focus on what is stopping me from just doing this, right? That's really what it comes down to. Mm-hmm. It's hard though. It doesn't sound that great, does it? Like, oh, there's no secret. Like, yeah, sorry. Like,
it's also like when shit gets boring in trading, that's when you know you're doing something right.
Yeah.
You need to be boring, or you need to be bored on the charts, because if you're not bored and like you're just kind of like you feeling some sort of way or some sort of anxious build or like excitement behind this.
Yeah, then you're trading emotionally and it's not gonna be good.
That's gonna make you collapse.
What I'll say is like I've taught a lot over the years, like a lot of students, and the number one thing that I've noticed amongst people who are successful guys is that over time, they just start to reduce the amount of noise and like content they consume, and they focus in on the most important thing, which is sticking to their system. I know that's not what like we all do. We all did when we were starting. We thought there was like 100 things we could learn. It's not like that.
Exactly.
If you're trigger happy, PD doggy or whatever, P doggy, if you're trigger happy, it's probably because you don't understand your model well enough. All you have to do is better understand your model, and you'll know exactly when you want to push the button and when you don't. You won't hesitate at all, or you won't over pull the trigger either. It needs to become something that's so systematic to you that it's either there or it's not. Like you can see, again, I keep saying this trade by Matt, but you can see like every component here is what he needed to see, and he just clicked the button. It's really easy for him to do that, dude, right?
We come into the market, we know exactly what we're looking for, and all we're doing is we're just executing when everything checks off the list. If everything doesn't check off the list, then I don't do anything. Like today when I came into the market and I saw our data release, there was an opportunity where I said to everybody, like, because this was like at least a down close candle that cleared Cleared liquidity, created an SMT at the low. I was like, if you guys really want to and feel favored to do this, I said this in my Discord, you guys can buy here with just like a stop loss covering the body low of the candle here, which is decently sized. I didn't want that. I wasn't waiting for that because I wanted to refine my entry even more. I waited, and then I let price do its thing. I let 930 open come into play. And once price showed me my first signature after the open for price to then continue higher, aka our violation of a bearish PD rate, closing off this 5-minute bearish fair value gap here, that was when I got into the trade. The closure on the 950 candle and then the tag at the 955 candle with my stop loss covering the body low here. Or you could
That's
even
perfect logic. Yeah, perfect logic right there.
Stop loss here, whatever you wanted to do. And then price, obviously we swept the high, came back in. We still respected that inverse fair value gap here. Then we started expanding. And then what did we do? We were just respecting bullish PD rates, because if we look at the grand scheme of things and we zoom out in price, what is this all right here? What is this entire thing? This right here. Market maker sell model here to market maker buy model. This is an entire completion of a market maker buy model.
And the one thing you can do, guys, if you're ever curious about what side of the curve you're on, what you can do is you can look and see which side has failure swings and which side is creating high resistance. So if you look left, so if you just essentially split this chart in half and look left, one of the most telltale signs, right, of a retracement on the higher time frame, which is going to be a reversal once you reverse off the lows, is those failure swings. You see how NASDAQ doesn't create any high resistance there? That's a really strong signature that this move lower is not a true reversal. No. So when you consider things like phases of price, reversals are sharp moves. Think of like a V shape, and you'll be able to see that the low, right? Look at the low and the high in between those failure swings. You'll see those V shapes, right? Those are really strong indications that market has reversed. When you fail to see that strong move with displacement, which is why Matt uses fair value gaps, right? You can really realistically get a good gauge of what market's doing on the higher time frame. Like that, there is a retracement signature. And the phase of price that supports after the reversal is going to be expansion. And then if you play out the rest of the candles, you're going to see every time we drive below an old low, that's a buying opportunity on this side of the curve. But you have to make sure that you understand, right, where the market is drawing into on the higher time frame. And the great thing about the forever model and the great thing about market maker models is that they're fractal, right? So if you zoom out of this chart to a 4-hour chart, you're going to see exactly how these stop hunts on the right-hand side that you're looking at right now are occurring. Where are they occurring, guys? Below old lows and in fair value gaps, right? So you're going to see how the market's pricing in. If you go to the hourly chart, it's probably actually cleaner. Yeah. You're going to see, right? This is a textbook redistribution on the right-hand side of the curve that Matt traded with you guys live today. And what his logic is just looking left and targeting those failure swings, right? And if you zoom out to like a daily chart, you're going to see it's always in the phase of price that's aligned with the higher time frame, right? What's the market doing? Well,
it's literally the same thing from our lower time frame that we just looked at to our higher time frame.
Look at those. Look left right there, right? Do you see all of those daily failure swings? That signature in there is not supporting reversal away from those highs. That signature supports retracement. So if you look at the low, what are you going to see? Like the actual tick low of NASDAQ is going to be some sort of higher time frame inefficiency and or swing point. Go to the weekly or monthly and you'll see it. All of these things that Matt showed you today for his entry are applied to the same exact effect on a higher time frame chart, right?
Yeah.
It's really cool. Like what you're learning here is essentially how the market prints, and it's a fractal. So
super consistent process that occurs on every single time frame.
Yep. And the nice thing is that the way you take entries, guys, is also the way you can build bias. I could show you this chart and not tell you the time frame, and you could be showing me your entry model, or you could be showing me how you're going to build your bias for the day, both of which are going to be very useful because it's fractal. So if you analyze a 4-hour chart, you're going to take an entry on a 15-minute chart, right? Et cetera, et cetera.
Yeah.
So really cool stuff. Yeah.
That is how the market books its price. Oh, that is a fees. Here, I'll type in a fees.
I can't join the chat.
Shit. Here.
Yeah, my name's just a fees, guys. You can. I'm on like Twitter and
I'm
Discord,
gonna share
all that stuff.
This is his Twitter handle. That also includes his YouTube and everything else.
Yeah. You guys can just like tap into my like YouTube, Twitter, that kind of stuff.
There it is. I put it in the chat right there.
But this is some awesome stuff. Like this was a really textbook trade today by Matt. So
it was just the it ended up delivering and cleaning out the highs. I wish I did take YM. Not
Bro, look at YM. If YM hits the all-time high, it's gonna actually be like a ridiculous pull. I should have held a bit more, but whatever. Can't really complain.
Nah, dude, that was a bang.
I mean, look at the weekly chart on YM. You're gonna see all the failure swings that you can trade into. It's just a lagging asset.
Yeah, I know. The draw and liquidity on NQ was so much more clean, and that was like literally what was getting my bias to be strong for NQ tonight and focus on it. But like, it just didn't deliver.
Yo, Coin, you should just watch some of Matt's videos. You can even watch some of my videos on market maker models. Like, understanding this concept is really important because that's what he's trading every day. He has some of the best videos on YouTube on this stuff, so run that shit up. I learned a lot from Matt, like when I was starting to trade myself. He's been in the game a bit longer than I have, so I learned from him a lot.
We provide value in both different ways.
Yeah, we have different models, but you guys can see the logic is almost exactly the same, right? You just have your model. The most important thing is managing your risk and entering on only your model. I think a lot of you guys are going to be fantastic traders if you recognize that no matter what model you trade, you just got to stick to it, bro, right? You just got to stick to your model.
Yeah. I say this every single time. Like, I said this yesterday in my first stream. Like, everybody, like when they come into the trading space, they are like exposed to so much different information. And like, there's obviously big players that are ahead of them. So like, you're learning from a lot of different people, but you're putting together a bunch of like pieces of a puzzle from different people. And then you're putting it together to form a picture that is clear to you. And once you have that clear picture, you run with that and you stick with it and you stay consistent with that exact approach. And once you're consistent with that exact approach and you are seeing repetition repeat, you're seeing the signatures and your edge go over every single week, that's when the process gets boring. But then that's when you also found your spot in the market to execute hitting buy or sell. That is the biggest takeaway.
Yeah, guys, and also like seeing people do it live, right? Like that's really what you should demand. Like I'm pretty like vocal about this, but like I also trade all my trades live, you know, and I think it's really important to like see that happen when you're learning. Like you'll understand there's a big difference between selling an idea of trading and actually trading. And I'm pretty sure all of you guys in here who are watching this, you know, you can clearly see that this guy does this shit, right? Like sorry for my language, he does this stuff, right? That's really important filter when you're learning because there's way too many people out there who don't do it, who are going to teach you things. That has to be your
bingo.
Like that's why me and Matt are friends, because we both agree that like you got to be able to do this stuff live, and like, you know, we respect each other as traders who do it live. And all of you guys are in the right place, essentially. Like you guys are learning from the right people.
Yeah, if the person that you're learning from can't do this in front of you and execute with confidence, then there's
you gotta doubt it with take it with a grain of salt. Like there's way more money in selling, right, than there is in trading, and that's just sad because good traders aren't the best salesmen. That's what you'll realize. Like you'll see guys like us, we don't overly sell you anything, really. We just trade, but it's just how it works. You guys know all this. It's not new information.
Exactly. Why did this song not play on?
If I trade futures, I can focus on gold futures. Yeah, if you're trading like XAU, like USD, right, gold spot, you should just trade it as GC, I think. Again, spreads are less, commissions are less. Yeah. Only learn from Love Island participants or Porsche owners gang. Yeah, that's true. I got my car out of the impound yesterday, actually.
You did?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, you did.
That was terrible. It was just sitting in the dirty impound lot for like 2 weeks.
Anybody in the chat, did you guys pick up those Blue Guardian accounts for today and trade them? I hope you did.
Yeah, it's fire. It's actually fire. It's a good day.
I hope you did for the first day.
So how long you guys been trading for? And what's one thing you have to say to get funded or passing? How long you been trading for, man?
I have been trading for 6 years now.
I've been trading for around 4.5. So like Matt was one of the guys when I first joined the space, like ICT trading, he was one of the guys who I was like, damn, he knows something about what he's talking about, right?
Yeah, like I started off like I told them before, I started off trading options contracts, and then I migrated from options contracts to foreign exchange markets, and then I went from foreign exchange into futures. But I didn't get into futures up until like 2 years ago. So the futures markets, I'm still like, I mean, 2 years is still a long time, but my journey started on options trading. Yeah, that's crazy. 6 years ago, I graduated college.
Yeah, I was in college too for a long time. I was in college for like 7 years, guys, and then I was trading for like 4. But yeah, I wasted a lot of time in college, to be fair.
It took me legitimately 4 years to become consistently profitable. I was profitable when I was trading options, but it wasn't consistent. Like
Yeah.
I would have big months, but I would have big losers.
Yeah, same here. Like I started trading when I was in my master's degree, so I didn't really take it as seriously as I should because I was so busy with school. But it took me like 4 years, 3.5 years to get really consistent.
A big lack of what took me so long for my trading was because I didn't have like a mentor until later
Same
on.
here. Yeah, literally same here.
And
I think that's why we both teach these days because we realize how much we like messed around or just wasted time when we started. It's crazy. Yeah.
yeah,
I was
like
trading everything wrong. I was trading Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic oscillators, everything, dude.
yeah, I think there was a point where I had 12 indicators on my chart.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I was
Likewise.
also going through like Discord signal channels.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I would do. I was like to the mindset, I was like literally relying on signals to then make money. And I
Yeah.
was thinking to myself, like, damn, like if I could just follow everything they do, I don't need to do anything for the rest of my life. That is the biggest scam anyone could ever do.
Yeah, it's impossible. You guys, like, if you're ever learning from someone and their go-to is like, take my signal and you'll make money, you're never gonna make money, guys.
You will
You
never,
need
ever,
to have someone
ever
who
make
can
money.
teach you. Yeah.
I fell through that rabbit hole and I got sucked in and spit right out because I don't think that there's a single person that I've ever met that has just taken signals from somebody and made a living.
Yeah, no, I don't. I agree. I completely agree. No, I'm not suggesting a mentor is a must succeed. I'm also not suggesting you have to spend a single penny to learn. Like that's coming from me. I have a paid Discord and I teach students, and I still think you can learn for absolute free. It's just having someone who has the experience of just the loss of like lots of time and money in the markets and can actually teach you a system that has given them consistency and expectancy is something, in my opinion, that's worth investing in. It's up to you. And you never have to buy anything, but it's definitely a worthwhile investment. If I could go back and get a mentor, I would do it. I just didn't have that.
Yeah, like I'll say like everything legitimately is for free automatically on YouTube, but again, like that is all in your hands. What will you do with that information? Like this is a you versus you game, and if you can't control yourself on your own, you're not going to be able to like if you're not a disciplined person and you can't like stay strict and follow certain rules, you're just going to fail, unfortunately.
Dude,
And that's just
the
the
truest
hard
thing.
truth.
Yeah. And also the reality is like everything can be learned for free, which is why if you look at like both of our channels, follow both of our like Twitters, everything's free. Like everything on my YouTube and everything on Matt's YouTube is completely free and you can learn a lot from there, pretty much 90%. The only thing a mentor does that you're paying for, guys, is charging you for their time. That's all. Like realistically, it's just time and teaching you, live streaming to you, answering your questions, making sure you're actually following your rules. Yeah, none of that stuff's necessary. It just kind of helps, you know, with the time part of it. Matt, how long did it take you to make $1 million, bro?
Bro, it was to the brink of legitimately the previous year.
Yeah, I made my first 7 figures from prop total after 2 full years of trading prop. So
like when I say like everything can like you could be in the trenches for so long and not make any money, but all it takes is consistency and compounding for like a couple months, and then next thing you know, you're risking 25, 50K a trade across all of these.
All your funded accounts. Yeah. Like if you guys stack up your funded accounts and stack up the leverage you have through accounts, but not just one account, but many, like you can pull 80 to 100K months. Realistically, you can with prop. Prop is an incredible opportunity. Like that's where I've made the most money is trading prop firms, and the scale out there these days with so many good firms. Yeah, you can max allocate everything, right? Like
legitimately, because like I mean, if you just look past the number as to how much you're risking, all you're doing is just following your steps and clicking a button.
Yeah, it's really
like
really
again, compound, make your money from your first prop firm, take out the profit, reinvest it into more allocation accounts.
I closed out my YM, by the way, guys. On the 5 minutes.
I mean, bro, you made like what? Like
yeah. I'm up like 3.5 R on that trade, 4 R. It's really good.
Mm-hmm.
You guys heard me order fill there. I'm deep. I'm going back in.
Yeah, like guys, all this whole process is repetition and compound and scale.
Yeah. It's the simple stuff, guys, right? It's the stuff that doesn't sound sexy. Like, it doesn't sound like Matt's not selling you anything, by the way, in saying that. It's just find a system, stick to it, grow your capital, start stacking as many funded accounts as you can, start cooking.
Yeah. And how do you copy trade all of your accounts at once? So let's say you are looking to max allocate on Blue Guardian on Project X. They have a built-in trade copier that you guys can utilize. That's very easy. You just click your leader account, and then you have follower accounts underneath of that. So if you take one trade on your leader account, it will copy trade to all of them. But if you have other accounts on other prop firms, I use this thing called Trade Copia that I can copy trade one follower account or one leader account to every single prop that I have.
Yeah, it's really not too difficult. You can get copy traders. I use copy traders across like all my prop firms that I use, and it's like really simple. Not too hard. You just have to set it up.
Yeah.
What's the question? Fees, are you still going for Kyle's records? One day, bro. One day. It's hard to get to that level. Like I tend to take more frequent payouts. To be completely fair, I take out my payouts when I get them. For me, like with some firms, 40K payouts a month, dude. Like you can't really like. It's hard to leave that on the table, at least personally. But yeah, I'm probably gonna go for a bigger one in the future. Right now, I'm just stacking, as you know, 6-figure months for me are like insane with prop firms, so I'm happy with that, right?
Exactly.
I used to work so I went to school for like 7 years, and I used to work in like consulting and corporate, and I'd make 100K a year maybe. So it's kind of hard to go to that mentality if you see 6 figures in prop accounts, like not taking it out in a month. It's just like, for me, I can't get over that mental hurdle. I know some people can, and they go for massive payouts. Me and Matt have talked about that, but we tend to, tend to secure our profits. We just come from that mentality that like money in our own account is like guaranteed and secured, right? Taking it off the table. But yeah, hey man, you can get that million. Any one of you guys here can do it if you just like stack for long enough.
Promise you. Just need to show up every single day. Show up every single day. Keep doing the things that you're doing that work. And then over time, you will make it in the game. But also what you don't want to do, you do not want to put, this will literally kill so many of you. Do not put a timestamp on your success. Do not say to yourself, I want to make X amount of time. I want to make X amount of money by this date, because as time goes on and as it gets closer to that date, that will build pressure on you to the point where you literally feel like you are not making progress. And then as it gets closer to that date, you will start then becoming more aggressive. You will start risking more because you feel like you need to reach that goal. And if you don't reach that goal, you will feel disappointed in yourself. And then that is when shit can go really south.
100%.
Like
really good advice. Yeah.
Do not put a timestamp on your success in trading. Legitimately, just accept the journey, and it will come when it comes. That's it. Pressure will legitimately, like, pressure makes diamonds. And in this situation, that sort of pressure will crush your potential diamond. Do not fall accustomed to that mistake, because I have before multiple times.
Yeah, you can, if you're chasing money, guys, it's just like, you hear this all the time, like it'll avoid you, right? Like if you chase it, it'll really be hard to get. If you just focus on being a better trader, the only consequence of good trading is money. That's the reality. That's kind of hard to swallow. It's like, you don't get colleagues, you don't get promotions, you don't get like a pat on the back. It's the market gives you expected value, and that expected value is money. So trade well and you'll make money, and focus on your trading and you'll make money. But if you focus on money, it has nothing to do with your trading, and you're not going to make any money.
Exactly.
You have to realize that the market doesn't owe you anything. You become a good trader, and it'll give it to you because that's the only thing it can give you.
It's the automatic byproduct.
Yeah. It's like, if the market could give you something else, it would, but all it does is give you expectancy.
Yeah.
So if you think about it like that, it really helps to frame, like, I just need to become the best trader. and the money will take care of itself. It really does. I know it sounds super cliche, but it's just true.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Can I live trade with? Yeah, I do that in my Discord. Same thing with the fees. Fees is the same thing Monday through Friday.
Yep, we live trade. We're some of the few who actually do that. Again, you don't need to like take signals, but I think having someone walk through price like this, you'll learn a lot about a model. PDFs and like nice looking like teachings, like slides and stuff like that are great for conceptual understanding. You guys all know from trading that when you try and apply it to the market, it's much different. So the biggest thing my students tell me, and probably math students as well, is that seeing you trade really drastically helps the understanding of the model. Because again, it's never like my trade this morning on YM. It's never as clean as just pushing the button at that 3-minute chain to state delivery, right? It requires a lot of nuance that you have to learn over time, and you will learn. It just takes time.
Exactly. Today
YM buys were great, dude. They were fantastic.
Yeah,
I was in no drawdown today, so it was nice. Today's one of those days where just
insane, bro. Like literally seeing this and then seeing that, crazy, I was so tempted to take this. Well, this would have been my piece if I bought here at like before equities open.
Yeah,
stop loss at that candle low.
I just didn't trust based on the fact that we were consolidating at in before 9:30. I didn't expect us not to manipulate again.
I didn't have the balls to.
Yeah, neither did I. I honestly, to be honest, I won't lie. I very rarely enter before 9:30. I really like to see, like, I use something called driver pairing. So I like to see how 8:30, 9:30 typically react with price and time. But if you're very confident in your invalidations, you can enter before drivers. I just rarely do it. I don't think Matt does it either, to be honest.
No,
it's a lot of risk too, right? When you're for me, I'm trading across 30 funded accounts. So when I want to enter pre driver, it's a lot of risk for really no benefit if it goes against me and I get slipped, right?
Yeah, no. It's always better to like let 9:30 come in, do what it needs to do. Either if 9:30 wants to distribute and go in the continuing direction of the daily candle expansion, catch the continuation.
Yeah.
If 9:30 wants to come in and manipulate, clear out some sort of level of liquidity, and then go into the opposing direction, there you go.
Yeah, if you guys want to know some sauce, like about me, like I have a pretty high win rate actually. And the reason is I don't trade true reversals very often. So every time I profile a daily chart with 4-hour candles, you're going to be able to notice certain signatures for reversals of 4-hour candles. I will always trade away from those swings once they're created. Just trading away from protected swings, like that's a part of Matt's model too, actually. It involves a change in state of delivery as one of the signatures with SMT. When you do that on a higher time frame chart, and then you just trade the rest of the day away from that higher time frame swing, like today, you're immediately putting yourself onside. Because the higher time frame chart is going to deliver, right? Order flow is based on the higher time frame, and you're just getting small pieces of those lower time frames, as opposed to trying to catch the top or the bottom of a daily candle. Almost impossible, guys. It is possible, but it's a lot riskier, right? Anyways, I'm a hop off, bro. I gotta go walk my dog and do some stuff for my Discord. But this was awesome. You guys planned this day with Matt. W's in the chat for him.
Yeah, W's in the chat for Fees hopping in with us, guys.
Peace, guys.
W's in the chat. Yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed Afiz being here with us and kind of giving his sauce behind how he views the market and how he derives price. You can kind of see the logic between like how he views it and how I view it. It's relatively the same. Like we all look for the same sort of like logic behind price getting to a certain point in regards to a liquidity pool objective. Like 99% of the time we will be in the same trade or we will be looking for the same thing in regards to bias. And the entry function can be a little different, but we're still looking for the same thing. It's always going to be like that. But that was just one of many guests that I will bring in that I have within my circle of people that I know are true killers in the market. Another person I'll bring in later on. I know you guys will I won't say the name just yet, but I will bring on more people that are here to provide as much value to you guys as possible that I know win. Because I won't bring on somebody that doesn't actually truly do this on a weekly basis. So I want you guys to see real killers. I want you guys to see real people that make real money. And that's the serious takeaway with a lot of this stuff. And a lot of these trades that you're going to be end up seeing from what the market ends up provides for us, you guys will end up start taking the same trades. And I already saw a lot of you guys already took this trade, and you saw this print out live in time, which is great to see. I'm happy that we all cashed today. We all hit TP together. NASDAQ still could hit all-time highs. And if you are still holding the runner, 24.68 could be the play on and the objective for the rest of the day. I'm really happy to see that you guys are all banking. It's really great to see. My Discord is in my my Twitter handle or Instagram or YouTube, whatever. But every single week we are going to continue trading and showing more value and just helping and watching you guys grow as traders. I'm really, really excited. And I think this was a great first week in regards to like showcasing how I view price, how Ralph views price, how Hafiz views price. And I think that these approaches that we're giving out to you guys will legitimately change so many lives. So many. I only trade futures, yes. Oh, also, I forgot to mention this. There is if you use code new BGF on this live stream right now, you will get 60% off on any evaluation account. So new BGF, it's 60% off sale instead of 55%, which is a huge W. And I think that right now, this is the best discount in regards to what is going on across platforms right now. New BGF. New BGF, guys. So while this is active, while this is going on, that is something that you should be hopping into. Yes, from what they're saying, new BGF. And no activation. I remember when I was trading like Apex accounts, or well, I still trade them now, but they have their payment and then they have like $140 activation fee, which is insane. But this is a lot better. And Project X is the easiest platform that you guys could use. Easiest one. But put a 1 in the chat if you guys caught a win today. And put a 2 in the chat if you guys just didn't take a trade or ended up taking a loss. 1 in the chat if you took a win today. I'm hoping the 2 is either didn't trade, but I'm seeing a lot of 1s and not a lot of 2s. But if there's some 2s, that's fine. We always have next week. Always have next week. But now it's time for the giveaway. It's time for the giveaway, and I know exactly what I'm going to do in regards to the word that you guys are going to type. I know exactly what I'm going to do. All right. So I'm going to give away 3 50K accounts. Same thing as process yesterday. I will take a picture of the 3 people that type it out first. All right. I will take a picture of who types it out first. All right. The first 3 people. Nope, that was the first one. That was from Tuesday. The first 3 people to type out that code new BGF right now, starting now. New BGF now. All right. Let me scroll up. Okay. I got it. All right. Taking a picture right there. And here is one, 2, 3. Wait, Yoda, I'm not positive. I believe you won yesterday. Because if you did, then I have to go back down to the lowest one. But as of right here, I have BHNAU, RCast. Oh, not yes. Okay. All right. I got it. I took a picture. Don't worry. These are my people. And I will send this to the Blue Guardian people. So the winners of this giveaway open up a ticket in the Blue Guardian Futures Discord, claim your accounts, and make some moolah with the trades that we will end up catching. But before we go, I'm going to annotate exactly what price did today and walk down this again for you guys, just so that we have another just clear understanding. Let's go here, SMT, because I'm going to post this on my Twitter as well. This is SMT with, I highlighted them in the chat for the winners. SMT with YM. This is also an SMT with YM. This is the PPI data highs. This was the full draw on liquidity for the day. Boom, boom. Let's go here. That's the 4 hour, the hourly. Just like that. Boom. The 5 minutes. Boom. Go here. And my little inverse fair value gap that I utilized here that you guys all caught as well. All right, cool. All right, guys. Thank you for being a part of the streams this week. This is the cutoff to my week of trading. I will be back for the live streams next Tuesday, and I'm looking forward to every single week that passes with you guys. I hope you guys are learning. I hope you guys are making money. I hope you're passing accounts. I hope you're making progress in your trading journey, because I want to be there alongside with you guys for the whole way through. Make sure to use the stream promo code new BGF across all your accounts on that link that Gideon just sent in. Now, be safe, y'all. Have a great rest of your day. Have a great weekend. Be safe. Good luck, good trading. And I'll see you guys again next Tuesday. Take care, everybody. Much love.